In this section, we're going to go over how to design a form for use in QuickBooks. In this case, we're going to use as an example an invoice. And to design this form, we're going to go to Customers, we're going to go to Create Invoices, and you'll see an option called Customize. We're going to click on the down arrowhead and we're going to select Customize Design and Layout. A box will appear. Add a professional look to your form. Select a background, add your logo, and customize the fonts, colors, and grid styles. Your design changes can be applied to multiple forms all at once. Simply select Create New Design, and you're going to be taken to a website where you're going to have the option to make the appropriate changes. In the first screen that appears, you're going to have the option to add your company logo. Simply select Add. Then you'll be taken to a screen where by selecting Browse you'll be taken to your hard drive and you would go to where your logo is located and you would select it by double clicking on it. Then you would select Upload. You'd have the option to name your logo and you would simply select Add. And there you'll see the logo added to the invoice. Then you have an option to add a background, and if you go to Industry, QuickBooks will supply you with some options in terms of your industry and what would be acceptable backgrounds for that industry. Let's just say we're a contractor. We'd select Contractor, and you'll see we'd be supplied with different templates for a background. Let's just say we want this quality template. We click on that, and if we look on the invoice to the right, we can see what the effect of this template will look like. Let's just say we're just not interested in this template, we don't like it. Well, we can click on another one, see if this improves our invoice look. Click on it, and again it shows what it'll look like on the invoice. Let's just say we like this invoice. In this background, we'll select Next. Then we will be supplied with options to change the font and grid colors. And we'll have black, darker gray, dark gray, medium gray, light gray. Let's select dark gray. You see how it's changed. Then we have the option to change the font. And then we have the option for what information we want in terms of company information to show on the invoice. And by deselecting it, we're telling QuickBooks not to have that information on the invoice. And once we enter the appropriate information in terms of font and grid colors and overall font and the information that is going to appear on the invoice, we would select Next. We would then have the option to select the grid style. Do you want grid with shading, grids without shading? And we can click on it to see what it will look like in the invoice to the right. And let's just say we like the grid with shading. We will select Next. Then we receive a little box that says Review Design. You finished creating a new design for all your QuickBooks forms, including background, fonts, colors, and grid style. Now review your design and make sure it's what you want. Then click Next to apply the design to your QuickBooks forms. If you want to make any changes, you'll simply click Back. Let's just say we like what we see. We select Next. Now here is where we have to be careful. It says ready to apply your design to your QuickBooks forms. Apply your finished design to any QuickBooks forms you select. The new design is saved and available from your templates list. You can make a design changes and apply them to an additional QuickBooks forms until, and then it'll give you a date. After that, any new design changes you make can be applied to other forms for $4.99 per design. Any changes you pay for come with our 60-day satisfaction guarantee. So be mindful of this. after this date, any new design changes you make can be applied to other forms for $4.99 per design. Let's just say we like our design. We'll select continue. Then we will have the option where to make this new template form available. We have it for the invoice, credit memo, sales receipt, purchase order, statement, charge, estimate, and sales order. This means that we will have this template made available to all these forms. And of course, you can deselect ones you do not want it made available to you. And once we click on all the forms we want this template to be available for, we would simply select apply. Then you receive a box. You're done. QuickBooks has applied the design to the forms you selected. Simply select OK. Now if you go to your templates, you'll see this My Design available to you. So when you want your, in this case, an invoice printed to design, you'd simply select this new design you have created. So that's how you design forms for use in QuickBooks.